welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try to film this video, and I'm a little bit hoarse, and I've had a really bad cough. I mean, like a deep cough, like there's something stuck in my throat. I can't get it up. So if I start coughing really hard, I'm going to try to edit out that all my coughing spells, but please just excuse me if I do like start coughing, and because it's kind of bad. But today's video is going to be focused all on face makeup, where you put it, why, and how. I've had several friends who have asked me these questions, and even had a family member who was asking me this past weekend. So I thought the best thing to do was to just sit down in front of the camera, apply my face makeup, and kind of talk as I do it and tell you why I'm doing this, why, where, you know, why I'm putting it, where I'm putting it, what it does, etc. So that's what today's video is going to be about. This is going to be part one. This is going to be face. And then part two is going to be eye makeup. Now, this originally was supposed to be this week's like kind of two-part series, I guess. Tuesday was going to be face makeup, and today was going to be eye makeup. But Tuesday's video I didn't get to upload because I had family who stayed longer than expected, and I didn't want to be rude and be like, well guys, I gotta go film for a couple hours. And so I just didn't do it, and I apologize for that. So we're gonna get started today, and part two will go up by next Tuesday. If things work out, I may get it up before then, but I can't make no promises because I don't ever know what's going to happen. So, I washed my face, and I've already applied my moisturizer. So, to start off, I'm just going to use a primer on my face. And the primer I'm using today, I'm just going to use the Nivea Men Post-Shave Balm. This is one of my absolute favorites. Depending on your skin type, depends on what kind of primer you want to use. You know, if you have dry skin, you want to use a more moisturizing primer. And if you have oily skin, you might want to use a oil control primer. It's all based on your skin, and you just have to play around to see which product works best for you. So on top of the post-shave balm for my primer, I'm also going to go in with my NYX Pore Filler, and I'm only going to apply this like right in this area, a little bit right here maybe, kind of like in my T-zone, because I want this to fill in my pores and make them not so noticeable through my makeup. So the NYX Pore Filler is a very good option for that, and you can get this on Ulta on the NYX website. It's $13.99 on Ulta. The Benefit Pore Eraser, that's another good one. I don't have that one. I did have a travel size, but I used it all. So I ordered this one because it's a cheaper option, and I was told it worked just as well, and turns out it does. Now, if you don't want to order either of those products, the Benefit or the NYX Pore Filler, there is a drugstore option for you. It's the Maybelline Baby Skin. Let me get that out. I don't know why I didn't get that out. It's the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Now, I find that this does work very, very similar to both the Benefit and the NYX one. So, and it's a much cheaper option. That's like $5, $6, something like that at the drugstore. And it's a silicone primer. You don't want to spread it all over your face. You kind of want to like tap it in. You want to fill your pores with this primer. That way your makeup glides right over top of it and doesn't sink into your pores, making them so noticeable, if that makes sense. Alright, so once I have those two products on, now it's time to go in with my actual makeup. Foundation, you know, your perfect foundation, whichever one you want to use. I'm going to go in with the No.7 Stay Perfect Foundation. Now this foundation is like a shade too dark for my face, but I still make it work. I just squirt it out on the back of my hand like always, and then I just start dabbing it onto my skin, onto my face. Oh, I think I might need like a half a pump more. There we go. Now to blend foundation, that's another thing. Some people prefer a dampened beauty sponge or a beauty blender. I myself prefer using a brush, but here lately I have been getting more into using, oh gosh, that was on the lid there, I mean on the pump, it was already a little bit dried down. So you can either use a dampened beauty sponge and just pounce this in your skin. That will give you a more sheer application of foundation, or you can use a makeup brush. Typically a flat top kabuki, which I don't even think I have one now because I gave mine to my daughters. They're always taking my makeup. But I've been using this oval brush. This is so soft, and it just moves your makeup around, smooths it on just perfectly in my opinion. So today I am going to be using the brush, but if you are more of a beauty blender, or if a beauty blender is more of your preference, by all means, go for it, sister. And you can tell this is a little bit too dark, but I'm just going to blend it down my neck. I really like this foundation. I just got it last week. I wish I would have ordered a shade lighter. I ordered the shade Cool Beige. Yeah, Cool Beige. Because I do have more of a cool toned, a cool skin tone instead of a warm tone. So I thought that would be perfect. I never used it, never swatched it. But turns out it was a little too dark, but I'm going to keep it because spring and summer is around the corner and I will be needing a darker foundation, so it'll work. I just wanted to also use this foundation in this video because I've also had people asking me if I'd used it and what my thoughts were on it, and I really like it. Sorry guys, I try not to get out of frame, but my mirror is right underneath my camera, so if you see me looking down a lot, that's what I'm doing. I'm just looking in my mirror to make sure I got my foundation blended well. I hope I'm not out of frame. I have like an extra computer screen that I use for my viewfinder, but lately I've not even been using it. I've not even been hooking it up. Maybe I should. I just find it's a lot of extra work to hook it up. So I've not even been using a viewfinder. But I've been setting my camera on my vanity right in front of my mirror. So if I, kind of glance in my mirror, I can tell whether or not I'm in frame. But I can't always tell if I'm in focus. So just pray for the best. I do have some new equipment coming, so video quality is about to get better. Alright, so once I feel like I have my foundation blended out well enough, next I'm going to highlight my face. And to do that, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm in shade Light Medium Honey. And then I'm also going to be using my Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous. And I don't know what shade this is because my sticker is gone. I'm thinking it was like shade Light, maybe. Okay, I'm going to apply the Tarte Shape Tape right here under my eyes. And then out towards my hairline. Now this is a very thick, full coverage concealer. My camera cut off and I wasn't aware of that. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. Thank God I only missed one part. Alright. So I applied the Tarte Shape Tape underneath my eyes in like an upside down triangle shape. Okay, and then I also used my Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous and I applied it down the bridge of my nose, right here, and in a straight line down my cupid's bow. I made a cross on my chin, and then up here I made a V. Alright, so then I took a dampened Real Techniques beauty sponge and I blended that in. Alright, once I got everything blended, I went back on top of it with a soft brush, and I used my Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder and lightly dusted it on top of the areas I concealed just to set those areas so they do not move or crease all day long. A good drugstore dupe to the Laura Mercier translucent powder is the Coty Airspun translucent powder. You can get this at Walgreens, Walmart, Ulta. You can get this at several drugstores. It's an excellent option other than the Laura Mercier. Alright, so once you set all that, now I'm going into contouring. Alright, so the reason you contour and highlight your face is because you're trying to add dimension to your face. You don't want your face to be a blank canvas, just like a blah. Alright, so you highlight the areas where we put the concealer that is considered highlighting, because you want those areas to come forward. You contour areas that you want to come backwards or to go in. Alright, I've not applied any bronzer to my face whatsoever yet. I hope these lights don't wash this out, but if I turn my head, you can see a natural shadow right in this area, correct? I hope you can see it anyway. Alright, that is the natural shadow right underneath my cheekbones, in between my cheekbones and my jawline, my teeth inside, whatever. It's a hollow area where there's a natural shadow. Alright, so you want to apply a contour shade right on top of that to further slim your face in, to deepen that natural shadow, because it'll make your face look more slimmer. Not everybody needs to do this, but some of us do. So there's also a very important step here. Contouring and bronzing are two different things. They're totally different things. To contour, you need a cool toned, like a gray undertoned bronzer to cool tone. You do not want a warm tone bronzer to contour with, because that's just going to look stupid. It's going to look like a big orange strap on your face. No, you need a cool tone, and a perfect example of that from the drugstore is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. To me, this is my perfect contour shade. Now, it may not be your perfect contour shade. This is the spot, this is the time where you have to kind of hunt and pick. You know, you have to see what works best for you. A good example of the difference here in this IT Cosmetics palette, I'm going to show you the bronzing shade in this palette. Alright, this right here is the bronzing shade in this palette. It is way warm tone compared to the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Can you see the difference? For some reason, this is looking like chocolate brown on camera. It is not that dark, but you can tell the difference. This one is way more warm toned than this one. Alright, so you want to use the warm tone to bronze your face, just to give some color to your face in the areas that the sun naturally hits. But you want to use the cool tone color to contour, to slim your face out. So I'm going to be using my Real Technique sculpting brush. It looks like this. Dab it in my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and right in the hollow of my cheek, I'm going to have a heat stroke. I gotta go turn this heat off. I'm going to apply a straight line right on top of that natural shadow that is already there, starting at the hairline, going down towards my cheek. Now, you do not want to take it all the way down to the tip of your mouth. No, you don't want that. You just want this, about a 3-inch line maybe. Now, you may not like to use this type of brush to do your contour. I like it, actually. I've used several different kinds, and this so far, this is my favorite. But like if you've been watching my channel since the beginning, I've probably used 4 different brushes to contour with so far. I keep playing around till I find what works for me and what I like. I gotta go turn the heat off, homies. I don't like being sweaty. Alright, so once I have that on, then I'm going to take a large, like a fluffy powder brush, And I'm going to dip right into that same bronzer, and I'm just kind of going to go over top of that to blend that. You don't want a harsh contour line. You want it to be noticeable, but you want it to be blended and not look so fake, if that makes sense. So I get a little bit more product on the brush just to blend the edge out. The top edge. The bottom I'm going to fix with some powder. Blend it until you think it looks blended enough. Alright, then that's where you can take your cool tone bronzer and bronze the other areas of your face, which includes your hairline, now some people contour their nose. I don't do that. Some people contour their jawline. I don't do that either because I've got more chins than Chinese phone book. Ain't no contouring going to help my chin. But I don't contour my nose, so you may want to go find a different video on nose contouring if you're interested in that. I don't want to give you no tips on that because I just don't do it. Okay, so next, gosh, I'm so sweaty. Alright, so to clean up the bottom of my contour, I'm just going to take my damp beauty sponge and I'm going to dip it in my loose face powder, my Laura Mercier loose face powder, and I'm just going to make a straight line right underneath that contour, right at the edge of it. Uh-oh. Something. I can hear them saying something on like the, I don't even know what it's called, the emergency system outside, like if there's a tornado and it, you know, comes across the city. I hear something. I don't know what they're saying, but so right at the edge of that contour, I'm just going to take that loose powder and make a line straight down. Alright, then we're going to leave that there for a few minutes to soak in, mesh with the skin, and then we're going to dust that away a little bit, and it will clean up the bottom half of that contour and make it look flawless. Alright, so while we're waiting on that to sit there and bake, if you will, for a minute, now I'm going to put blush on. I'm just going to use my Milani Baked Blush and Luminoso because this is my all-time favorite blush ever. Oh, and I'm hoping for springtime so I don't have to have this heat on in this house anymore. Luminoso is just beautiful. Can we just take a minute and look at this? She's so pretty. I'm going to use my MAC 150 brush. It's my favorite brush. Alright guys, I had to stop and take a break. I don't know, I don't feel good. I didn't film a video Tuesday. I guess I'm just out of my groove. My heart is like pounding. I don't know what's going on with me today. My camera kicked off again and I didn't realize it, and I started to just say, to heck with it, I'm not doing a video, but we can do this. So I missed. When it kicked off, I was putting on my Milani blush. Alright, so when I apply my blush, I don't start, I used to, but if you've been with my channel the whole time, you can see that I have been, you know, it's kind of trial and error. I've been doing things different the whole time, learning as I go. I'm not a professional makeup artist, y'all. I just love makeup. I love doing makeup. I used to start at the apples of my cheeks and sweep backwards. I no longer do that. Now I start at my hairline and I sweep forward. And then I will kind of, whatever's left on my brush, I will kind of run it, swirl it around on the apples of my cheeks. So that is what I did. We missed that part. We missed the blush. Then we also missed the highlighter. I used my Essence Pure Nude highlighter in Be My Highlight. And I used my e.l.f. highlighter brush. And I swirled it in there. This is a highlighter that's more like a glow from within highlighter. I swirled it on my brush, and right on top of my blush line, you know, contour, then blush, then my highlighter, I just sweep this onto my cheeks right here, and then I would just take it, I took it up my temples, right up my hairline. On this side, I repeated on this side. I put it right here on my chin. If you have oily skin, don't put it on your chin. It'll be a mess. I put it on my Cupid's bow. I took it straight down the bridge of my nose. I took my finger, swirled it in there, applied it to the tip of my nose, and then I blended it in. That's what we missed. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm back to the beginning of my YouTube channel where my camera was always kicking off and I didn't know it. I've been a lot better at realizing my camera has kicked off lately, but today, I don't know. I'm just not with it, I guess. I don't know. So that's what I did. Okay, so now, I'm going to take my fluffy powder brush, and that Laura Mercier powder that I put right here, it pretty much soaks into your skin, but I'm just going to sweep right there, just any that didn't soak into my skin, I'm just going to sweep it off. That's it. And then I'm going to apply some of my Smashbox primer water to my face. I'm going to fan it, let it dry. And guys, that is it. That is it for my face makeup. So we'll be back with part 2 Tuesday, I guess, at the latest. I'm so sorry. I feel like this video sucked, guys. I don't feel good. I tried so hard. Just bear with me. I hope you got the gist. If you have any questions, if I missed steps, if I didn't answer a question you had, just leave it in the comments and I'll answer it, I promise. I hope I feel better. I hope I get better. All my kids, we've had this funk, and I thought it was gone, and now here me and Luke, we've got it again. He, poor little thing, coughed all night long, coughed till he threw up. And I've been coughing, and it's just, it's awful. I hate it. But anyway, I'm sorry. I hope you liked this video anyway. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you on Tuesday, guys. Bye.